Hi friends, Namaste, welcome back to Balayogi channel. This is Hariharan here. So today we'll be discussing about what is yoga asana and then exercise. What is the difference between yoga asanas and then exercise? Okay, so before getting into the subject, gently click onto the subscription button and then click onto the bell icon. So first, today we'll be discussing what is asanas according to two texts. So that is Patanjaliyogasutra and Bhagavad-Gita. So I'll tell you what exactly asana means and how we must practice. Then what is exercise and what is the difference between these both. And then it is up to your choice whether to practice asanas or whether to practice exercise on everyday basis. Okay, so the first definition of yoga asana is Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Okay, this is a definition from Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Okay, Sthiram Sukham, which means a comfortable posture. Okay, so Sthiram Sukham Asanam, any posture which is stable and comfortable, that is known as asana. Okay, this is according to Patanjali Maharishi. Okay, now I am talking about the great site, not the Patanjali brand which is there right now. Okay, so this definition was given by Yoga Rishi Patanjali. Okay, so the second definition is Prayatna Shaitalyam Ananta Samapatya. Okay, which means effortless to comfortness. So whenever we practice any asana, initial stage it might not be very comfortable, but eventually on practicing you must feel comfortable on practicing asanas. So that is what asana mean. Okay, the next third definition is tato dvandvabhi gatha, which means it is out of duality. Example, in the initial stage you may feel pain, later after a certain point you might feel pleasure. So it is coming out of this pain and pleasure, and sometimes you might feel the warmness, or sometimes you might feel the coldness. The coming out of these feelings is known as coming out of that dvandva, that is the pair of opposites. Okay, so that is the best definition. It is also from Patanjali Maharishi. Okay, so the next definition from Bhagavad-Gita. So there they tell what asana is. Again, Lord Krishna shares any posture which is comfortable, sthiram, that is known as asana. And then where you must practice that asana, you must practice in clean environment. Okay, the environment should not be, the place where you practice should not be very high or very low. Okay, because if it is very high, there might be a tendency of having fear of losing the balance or falling down. And even if it is very low, probably you might not get onto the perfect posture, or the asana which is which must actually be done. Okay, so that is the reason it must be practiced in a middle layer. Okay, not very high nor very low. The next one is where you must practice. So these days the yoga mats which we use, it is out of petroleum products. Okay, that must be avoided. We must usually, according to Bhagavad-Gita, they prefer skin of a deer. Okay, in those days they do not kill deers, they use the skin of the dead deers. Okay, so but to the current century or scenario, we cannot use deer skin. So for that can be replaced by using the cotton mats. Okay, or they generally call pai, which is of bamboo sticks, or there's a thin plants which are used to fix as a mat. Okay, or you can preferably use cotton mats. So that is known as jamkalam, or pies in Tamil and even in Kannada. So probably you can use those materials, which is very good, because even the material which we use, it produces energy and it also prevents certain negative energy. So that is the reason using of yoga mats in proper material is very necessary. Okay, so this is all the definition of yoga from Patanjali Maharishi and Bhagavad-Gita. And then when we practice asana, generally people ask, I want to sweat more, or I want to feel heavy practice. Okay, so these are all these days modified practices. They combine like exercise with asana, so that should not be practice. Asanas definition, the real asanas is what I've told you right now. And coming to exercise, so what is exercise? Exercise tends to make your body heat, and then you start sweating out a lot. And once you practice, when you finish exercise, you feel very tired because the energy is drained completely. But while practicing asanas, you tend to gain more energy. Your awareness is more. Okay, during practice of asana, you also synchronize the movement of the breath with the movement of the body. That is the reason you feel energetic, active, very happy after practicing yoga asanas. When it comes to exercise or heavy practices, it tends to drain your energy. So that is the reason you feel tired, lethargic. After the practice, you feel the entire day very heavy. So that these are the major difference. Okay, even in yoga asanas, after practicing, there are certain relaxation techniques. Okay, which the yoga instructor or your yoga guru will be taking up. So that will help you in relaxation of the entire body. But when it comes to exercise or heavy practices, there I don't think you practice these relaxation techniques. Okay, after stimulating, you must practice relaxing. So that is when your muscles are healed, and then it is energized and cured. Okay, so that is the major reason why we must take up yoga asanas as a slow and steady practice. You should not directly get into yoga practice or ask your yoga guru or teacher to give you certain hard practices. They know what to teach you, so you must practice it very step by step in a stage by stage pattern. That is the reason you will always be healthy after practicing asanas, and it can be practiced for all age groups. There is no age restrictions. Yes, it is there for children, certain asanas are restricted, but generally it can be practiced for any age group. Whereas exercise or heavy practices, even in that there are certain practices where you must avoid. Example, yoga asanas can be practiced even for people who are suffering from I just take an example of arthritis. But in the part of exercise, you cannot do that. You cannot lift heavy weights. Okay, so that is the reason yoga practices must be taken up step by step, and it is not a play where you practice in a single day. So it takes years and years of practice. So only then that mental stability and physical stability will synchronize. Especially in exercise, I don't think yes, you are mentally built to be stretched physically, but not up to the limit or what exactly asanas and the breathing practices, synchronizing of that benefits you. Okay, so it's up to your choice. You can select up asana or you can select up exercise. What I do is I generally, being a yoga teacher or yoga guru, I practice yoga asanas, and then that is what I teach, and then I spread the awareness to all my students, all my clients, and all the people whom I meet. Okay, so wish you a good luck. If you have any queries, click on the comment section. Okay, we'll then discuss on the next session. Thank you. Have a good day. ధన్యవాదం. Masran, I think neck is correct.